for accepting my invitation to be here in my show, my podcast. I always start everybody by giving the opportunity to just a little background and introduction. Can we start with that?
Sure. My name is Gilbert Hernandez. I am the founder of Búho, Brownsville's one and only independent bookstore. I was born and raised here, went to high school here, studied in Massachusetts. Ironically, because I thought growing up...
Where in Massachusetts?
Worcester, Massachusetts. It's an hour west of Boston.
Okay.
Ironically, I thought as a teenager, the idea at the time was, oh, Brownsville is terrible. There's nothing here for me. It's so boring. I thought falsely that my happiness existed elsewhere.
Else.
Right. And now looking back as an adult, I feel that people that think that way may not have realized where to look within themselves to find that happiness.
I went through the same thing. I think we all do at some point when you're young and you're trying to see the world and maybe you don't do it consciously, but it's a way of like knowing that you have to go and mature or grow up, right?
Right.
And then you find out that you had everything you needed back home.
In your backyard.
Exactly. We all go through that. So you said you went to college over there in Massachusetts?
Yes, WPI, Worcester Polytechnic Institute, to study mechanical engineering.
What?
Yes.
Wait. Okay, we have something similar because I also went to, but I stayed here. I stayed here at home. With back then UTB, TSC.
Right.
And I have a degree in a bachelor's of science in electronic engineering technology.
Ah, very good.
Yeah. But after I graduated, I was like, all right, this is not what I want to do. I'm going to join the Marine Corps.
Very good.
So you have a degree in engineering.
That's right. Yes.
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering
Wow.
specifically. Then as I was going through the years, I thought, I'm not sure if this is for me.
Yeah.
But I had the privilege of having scholarships that ended at the 4-year mark. So I thought somehow, some way I have to finish in 4 years. Yeah. I did enjoy the curriculum and I feel that it did give me some very valuable skills that I still use to this day. And I'll be happy to talk about those in a bit.
Yes.
But I thought something's missing. I'm not sure what, but something's missing.
Yeah.
Then in the final career fair in my senior year of college, I approached this table. It's called Gordon Research Conferences. So I was just throwing resumes everywhere, just hoping I would land a job.
Man, same thing. Yeah.
So this company, it was zero engineering at all, but they are kind of similar to TED Talks, where they have these companies, not companies, but seminars and lectures all over the world where they invite the leading experts of several fields to just talk about their work and their findings. Yes. So I somehow got an interview for them and they accepted me. The conference at that time was in Waterville Valley, New Hampshire. So right out of college, I get a job in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. And that's when I realized engineering was never for me. Customer service was for me. It was a very forward-facing job. I had to make sure that all these people from all over the world were attended to. It was all hospitality, customer service, people skills. I thought, wow, an engineer with people skills. Who'd have thought?
No, yeah, it's weird because I went through the same thing. I went almost through the same thing. A little different, right? I joined the military, but it's part of finding yourself, right?
Exactly.
And we are too well. Some people know exactly what they're gonna do right after high school, and they're like passionate about it, and they're like they know, right? But for some of us, it takes a little bit more of growing up, seeing the world, what's out there. And then you're like, oh, this is what I truly love doing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But what was your title with that company that you got the opportunity of working with?
I was the manager.
Wow.
Yeah, I was the manager.
Right out of college.
Yes, I was the conference manager of Gordon Research Conferences in Waterville Valley, New Hampshire. I love that job to death. But see, the idea is that these conferences happen for 3 months at a time in different parts of the world. And it was my understanding that I was going to do that job again in the winter in Galveston. Yeah, that was where the next conference was going to take place. I'm thinking, okay, this is great. It's in my state. They don't have to reimburse me for travel.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason, they did choose someone else for the job. So I'm like, life happens. It's fine.
Yeah.
I no hard feelings, and I don't blame it at all.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, I came back to Brownsville.
So you already had a little bit of a feeling of coming back to Texas by that time.
Yes, but not necessarily to Brownsville.
Correct.
I thought, I'm going to come back to Brownsville, have a little sabbatical over the fall, and then get back to work in the winter in Galveston.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I thought at the time I, quote unquote, wasted my time in Brownsville for nothing, waiting for nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, well, what is there to do? Well, there's no similar organizations like that here in Brownsville.
Yeah.
And well, can I use my degree? I don't know if I can. Literally, the only place that would regularly accept engineers is Starbase, right?
Correct.
But I wouldn't think that I could possibly compete with all these people coming in from MIT, Caltech, Georgia Tech. I thought, But the next professional step of my journey was helping my family out in the fuel industry.
Oh, I see.
It's getting fuel from the port of Brownsville, exporting it to Matamoros and into the interior of Mexico.
Got it.
And yeah, it was a worthwhile time. Again, I picked up some skills that I still use to this day, but it didn't have necessarily that customer service, hospitality aspect that I had in New Hampshire.
Correct.
But it did teach me the importance of meetings, conversations, professional conversations, kind of like how we're having right now. Yeah. Even though here's more relaxed and casual. But still. At the same time, that did give me the time and flexibility to be involved in all these wonderful community organizations that we have here in town. Places like Leadership Brownsville, Brownsville Toastmasters, Rotary Clubs, several others. That's when I started getting really involved and ingrained in the community with people that wanted to add value to Brownsville. And as I say here, dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres.
Yes.
Well, these people really wanted to, I felt encouraged indirectly by these people to do something. Yeah. And I didn't know what, but I wanted to do something.
Yeah. Up to that point, you have no idea yet.
Right.
I need to do something.
Right. So, something beyond of what I'm doing right now. Then in December 2021, I got COVID and I got stuck in my room for 2 weeks.
How old were you by this time?
Let's see. I was 20. When was it? 26.
Okay.
Yeah, 2021.
So there's been a couple years after college.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So then
COVID got you stuck in your room.
Yes. No. It drove me crazy, Mario.
Yeah, me too.
To the point where I thought, okay, slide a mask under my door. I'm going to my car. I'm just going to drive around.
Yeah.
I emptied a gas tank just driving around just to for my mental health more than anything. Yeah. And it was around that time where I thought, I have to do something. I need to do a career change. I don't know what, but I have to do something.
Yeah.
Then after I recovered, I got the idea for Búho in the place where all great ideas come from, in the shower.
Yeah. I was gonna say the toilet, but
you're on the right track.
Same room.
And it came to me in the form of a question, Mario. So throughout all this time that I was involved in the community, I kept hearing one complaint over and over again. Why doesn't Brownsville have a bookstore?
But and I look back at my experience, man, and nobody was pushing me to read books. Well, at least in my experience,
Right.
My family, they don't read. You know, like my parents, they're not readers. I mean, my dad read the newspaper every day for throughout all his life, right? But I was never encouraged to read books. So I guess in your case, you had probably someone involved with books, right? Or
for a brief little tangent, I did start reading from a very young age.
There you go.
Like 2 years old, maybe less.
Wow.
But I don't know if my family knew exactly what to do with me. Like they go, "Oh, hey, it's this kid. He knows how to read. Good job."
Yeah. So you were given books that early?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were like just talking like a kid knows how to read.
Right. And my family supported me. And I felt that they gave me a very loving childhood.
Yeah.
The thing is, I may not have been challenged, let's say, in a way that helped like develop that skill, I want to say.
I got it.
At the same time, though, I felt that maybe if I was challenged, maybe I wouldn't have had such a nice childhood.
Yes.
I don't. So there's pros and cons.
Everything is a balance, man.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I am very satisfied with the childhood and lifestyle that I was privileged to receive by my family.
Yes.
And then after around middle school, I just dropped reading altogether, and I didn't pick it up again until after college when my girlfriend at the time gave me a book as a graduation present. Yeah, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
Wow,
it's a fascinating book.
And
yes, it talks about philosophy, but through the lens of motorcycles.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it, Mario.
I'll write it down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So since then, I thought, okay, well, I might as well start reading as a habit. No one's forcing me or inciting me to read anymore. I'll just do it. So because of that, it was a common topic of conversation when I started getting involved here in Brownsville. Oh, I'm reading this. I'm reading that. Oh, have you read this?
And that's how the question.
Yes, and that was where I kept hearing that complaint over and over again. We don't have a bookstore. We have to go over to McAllen to the Barnes & Noble. We have to go over to the Island for Karma and Unruly Cactus. Why don't we have a bookstore here in Brownsville?
Yeah, and Karma it's also kind of new, right?
Yes.
It's been a couple years, so it hasn't been there forever.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, most of the Valley's indie bookstores are very, very new. Yeah. So the question came to me: is Brownsville, Texas, the largest city in America without a bookstore? In that shower, the 8th of January, 2022. I call it, that is the birth of Búho.
Okay.
Yeah. So I pulled in
the idea, or
yes, yeah, okay. The idea. Yes. Yeah. Some people say the grand opening is the birthday. Some people say the soft opening. No. To me, the idea.
Yes, the conception of the business, right?
Perfect word. The conception of Búho was January 8th, 2022. In the form of that question: is Brownsville, Texas, the largest city in America without a bookstore?
Yeah.
The answer is basically yes. Because, Mario, there are a couple of cities in the United States that are larger than Brownsville without bookstores, but they're in dense metropolitan areas where that's not an issue.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so if you live in one of those cities, like maybe your city doesn't have a bookstore, but the city next door that's like 8 minutes away down the highway does, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not in a book desert like we were.
Yes.
Yeah, so the technical stance...
Well, and then Brownsville can expand also a little bit north to San Benito, and probably didn't have one. Harlingen,
they just got one.
Okay.
Well, and they've had an indie bookstore for decades.
Yeah.
Called Books and Things. But it's more of a classical indie bookstore. It's a little different than the modern independent bookstore.
Yes.
But they have their own building. They're great at what they do.
Yeah.
I've yet to visit because I want to get to know them.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of hidden.
Yes. So you do this research.
Yes.
And you're like...
Yes. I pull an all-nighter to find out. And I find out, in technical terms, Brownsville, Texas is the largest metropolitan area whose principal city does not have a bookstore.
Wow.
I'm the only person in that world with that information.
Yeah.
And I have to do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because you're like, okay.
Yes.
there's a business right here,
right. And I know that the demand
has to do with my passion for books.
Right.
Now, what do I do?
Right. So I had to start very, very small, Mario. And by the way, I had everyone that I talked to sign NDAs because I thought, no, this is my baby. And I have this information that no one else knows.
I guess that's when you know that you have one of those ideas that you're like, man, this is a really good idea. It's like a secret, right? Like
right.
Nobody. So you had everybody sign NDAs.
I had everyone sign NDAs. Yes.
Wow. So now, I was telling you when we met that I kind of like went through a little bit of similar, and that's why I'm happy that you are actually doing this, right? Because I wanted to start a coffee shop, and now if you were like me, the first idea that comes to my mind is like, I'm gonna have this old building that is gonna look like this, and the coffee, and I'm gonna, but then a friend of mine, or I don't know if it was my parents or a friend of mine, is like, hey, hold on. All that, it's great, but it requires a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah, but in my head, like, so you went through the same phase of like, hey, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not free.
Yeah, no, you're thinking of this large building with books.
Right. No,
but then you're like, all right, hold on.
Right. So I had to start very, very small, Mario. I go to an attorney to help me sign paperwork with the state. I go to the bank, and they gave me a $5,000 credit card to start things off. And that's gonna be one of my biggest takeaways, that having a good credit score is at least as equally important as your high school or college degree.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't have that, then we wouldn't be here talking right now, Mario.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So I got that $5,000 card, and I started buying a whole bunch of secondhand books.
But what was your idea for the business, like in your mind? Like because, like I said, for me, it was like, all right, I don't have all this money,
right?
So I need to make a plan,
right?
And then you have to, like, all right, I'm gonna start small with this. So what was your plan for Búho?
Okay, Búho had to be the best damn bookstore in Texas, and I say that because after the closure of our previous bookstore, Walden Books, to those unfamiliar, we did have one bookstore in the Sunrise Mall called Walden Books that closed after the Great Recession. Some people say, oh, no, it's because Brownsville didn't appreciate literature. No, that's not true. What happened was it was a subsidiary of Borders, and during the Great Recession, Barnes & Noble survived, Borders did not. So because Borders did not survive, Walden Books didn't survive. And that's why our Walden Books left. Yeah. So after the Sunrise Mall got acquired by Simon Properties, the marketing director, which is actually the mother of a dear friend of mine, she reached out to all these other stores as an invitation to take up a residency in the Sunrise Mall. Yeah. One of them being Barnes & Noble.
Barnes & Noble.
But sadly, they responded with, sadly, Brownsville's low literacy rates and median income do not make it viable for a store of our kind to be here at your mall. We apologize for the inconvenience.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So of course all the readers were very offended by that news.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah. So to really answer your question, I'm thinking, okay, I know that the demand is here. And I'm gonna take the literacy thing with a grain of salt, because we also have to consider it's whatever test they use that test across all America.
Correct.
Did they consider Spanish speakers?
Yeah.
Did they consider? There's like many things to like wonder.
The hundreds of thousands of people that cross every day.
Right. Yeah. Right. Did they consider people
from Border Town? Yeah. They don't know.
Exactly. Do they consider people from Matamoros?
Yeah.
And then early on, when I was still starting, I would ask people, "Did you take a literacy test? How did they get this data? Did you take a literacy test? How did they? Yeah, like what?"
Who actually answers the phone calls for the surveys?
Right.
And goes through it like, get out of here.
Yeah, so it's dubious data, we could say. And of those two criteria, maybe the median income rate is a little bit of a concern, because let's be real, books are luxury items.
Yes.
Not everyone has discretionary income, and the cost of books are the same across America.
Yeah.
Here, just as they are in places with higher costs of living, a hardcover book that's $30 is the same price in both of those locations. Exactly. So I'm thinking, okay, the best way to reintroduce a bookstore to Brownsville, especially an independent bookstore, it has to be small. It has to be community oriented. It has to cater to the needs of the community. It has to have community events, and it needs food and drink.
Yeah.
And most preferably in a historic building.
Yeah.
Yes. All that together, done in the best way possible, will help make Búho the best damn bookstore in Texas.
And I think you're doing a great job. I think you're doing a great job, especially with your community events. I think that's very important. Something that a bigger bookstore doesn't have, right?
Right.
Or they try to, I guess, to have those, but it's not the same,
right?
You know, like when you have a bookstore like yours, and I just visited your bookstore, it has that feeling like, hey, it belongs to all of us.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like, you go to a big Barnes and Nobles, and yeah, it's cool and everything, but it doesn't have that feeling of like, man, it's a little bit part of the community. No, it's not. It's just another big Barnes and Nobles that it's open in every city, right? Or larger cities.
In hospitality, there's the term third place. It's not where you live, not where you work, but where you belong. So I feel like every solid independent bookstore in this day and age, if they are to survive, they have to become a third place. They have to be the home away from home.
Yeah. So, but let's go back a little bit. You started selling books on fairs,
right, wherever they will let me do it. So I use that card that the.
So but what were you doing? Like were you carrying boxes around with books as a table?
Yes. I use that card to get 2 library cards. I use the credit card to get 2 library carts, a table, a little tablecloth, and then a bunch of books from eBay. Yeah, I started very, very small, selling exclusively secondhand books. My first fair was at the Amigo Land Convention Center.
Okay.
There's this lovely entrepreneur. Her name's Isa. Shout out to Isa. She organized a whole bunch of pop-up vendors to I think it must have been over 100. Yeah. Thousands of people showed up to that event.
Wow.
Yes. To visit everyone. But Búho was there. But beforehand, I did start the social media profiles and everything. But part of the impetus for people wanting to support Búho was me saying, okay, we have to reframe the way we think books. I have long heard people say Brownsville is too uneducated for literature. Brownsville doesn't appreciate books. Yeah. And I responded to that. To that, I call bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah. And the thing is, I normally don't say like bad words, especially online. So when people go like, "Oh, Gilbert's serious."
Yeah.
So. And on top of that, there was the idea of wanting to prove Barnes and Noble's wrong. Yes.
Because you had that knowledge.
Right.
Most of us didn't, right?
Right.
For us, it's something new.
Right.
We always wonder, like, hey, why don't we have, like one of these companies, Barnes and Nobles, here at the mall?
Yeah.
But now we know why.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So, but you have this knowledge because you know the person in charge of inviting people to.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're like, I'm gonna prove those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna show them. That,
yes.
Yeah. It's not like what they think of us.
Right. So I did that for all of 2022. Several business owners, small business owners, invited me to sell books in their establishments. Yeah, wherever I was allowed to sell books, Mario, I must have done maybe like 50 pop-ups.
Wow.
Yeah, just moving everything on the back of my pickup truck.
Were you selling?
Yes.
Okay. So you started to get the feeling of like, yeah, I can do this. I can open up an actual brick and mortar or like an actual physical place and get this going.
Oh my gosh. And then as I was selling books, including in downtown Brownsville, I noticed that they were restoring the Calderoni building. Which is where Búho is right now. Oh. Yeah, I put my face against the window. I thought, oh my gosh, it would be amazing if Búho could be here, but I don't know where to go, who to talk to. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. So fast forward to the grand
because you're looking. Because part of your plan is you're looking for a historic building.
Right. I'm thinking ahead because Búho has to find a home.
Yeah. Exactly.
Búho needs a home. So fast forward to the opening of the Morning Glory, which is the restaurant in the next block over from me. And there I am, eating avocado toast, drinking a coffee, reading The Count of Monte Cristo, when suddenly I get approached by a mysterious older gentleman. Disculpe, ¿es usted el búho? I go, yes, I am Búho.
No way.
Yes.
That's what he said?
Yeah. ¿Es usted el búho?
Wow.
So he goes, oh, I've been looking all over for you. My name's Enrique. I'm the owner of the Calderoni building.
Wow. That's a great story.
Yes. So I'm looking at this man, Mario, with stars in my eyes. I'm thinking, no. I've been looking for you.
Yeah.
So he goes, listen, everyone who's everyone wants to be in my building, but they're either a bar, they're a restaurant, or they're a club. I have tenants living upstairs, he says. I don't want booze. I don't want the stench of food stinking up their homes. I don't want loud music to disturb them. You are a bookstore. You are different. You are the ideal tenant. You're coming to my building. Sir, yes, sir.
Wow. Man. Yeah. Sometimes everything has to come together.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
All the stars have to align, all the planets, and
right.
And I guess it was happening for you.
No, I swear, Mario.
That's a great story.
Búho is a series of miracles. So I asked him, oh my gosh, can I check out the building sometime next week whenever you're free? He goes, you have time right now? Sure, let's go right now. So we walked the next block to check out when it was still being developed and renovated. He was privileged enough to get a grant to restore the historic building. So because he had met me, he now was thinking about how to restore it in a way that would be appropriate for a bookstore. Yes. So he would call me in the middle of the day. He goes, I'm at Home Depot. What floors do you want? Those. He showed me a picture. He goes, okay, I just bought them for you. I go, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, because whenever you get that type of grant, you have to use every single dollar as intended. Yeah,
I know about grants. Like you don't want to have money left over.
Right. Exactly. So, that's what I'm saying. I feel like every chapter in the Búho journey has been a miracle of its own.
It has to be, because imagine like how many business owners can tell you that not only the place where your business is going to be at, but the owner is working with you and asking you, what do you want?
Right.
What type of flooring do you want for your business?
Right. Wow. Right. No. That's why I tell everyone. I get approached by some people that want to open indie bookstores in the Valley, and I'm more than happy to be open about it, because I feel like indie bookstores thrive in cities where there's more indie bookstores.
Yes, of course.
So that's one of the first things I say. You need a landlord who believes in you.
Yeah.
You need a landlord who believes in what you're doing, and someone who recognizes that you are adding value to not just to their building, but to the city as a whole.
Yeah. Because if you get the wrong landlord, that he's just thinking money, why does he want to like a bookstore when he can have, maybe a bar or something where he can probably charge a lot more, because they know that money runs more, through nightlife or bars, alcohol, So it is truly a miracle, that the guy, he's willing to give you a shot.
Yeah.
With a bookstore. So then, no, go ahead.
So then, in 2020, Christmas of 2022, I make the announcement. I literally built a Christmas tree of books in the empty Calderoni building.
Are you already working on details? Like on shelves and bookshelves inside?
Okay, so by that point, I had already signed the lease.
Oh,
yes, yeah.
Well, he was kind of like giving it to you, right? He's like, "No, you're coming with me." Yeah. Okay. So you had already signed the
yes, and okay. Should I do it? Leap of faith, because it has to be done. It has to. So I signed the lease.
Yeah.
Then
did you have people advise you against doing it?
It was definitely a very big leap of faith, Mario.
Okay.
Yes. Because like we were talking about how like landlords and money, maybe they could be greedy. And like the rent at Búho is not cheap, but it's not unfair. It's very fair for what it is.
It's a fair.
Yes. And I mean, it makes sense. It's on Washington Street. It's right beside Market Square. It's prime downtown Brownsville real estate. And the business allows for it to be surviving. Yeah, we're doing perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But going back to the transition into storefront. On Christmas 2022, I built a Christmas tree of books. And I do a whole video of showing the Christmas tree and then walking backwards out the door, showing the building, saying, "This is going to be Búho's new home. Merry Christmas, Brownsville readers."
Wow. Is that the one that you have in your business or a similar Christmas tree?
Oh, okay. It is
something.
It may have. I think it has the same books.
Okay.
But yes, I had to disassemble and reassemble it.
What was the reaction from everybody?
I don't know. Everyone loved it. Everyone. Yeah. But then comes the challenge. Because granted, Búho, up to this point, we have not had any loans.
Okay.
Yes. No. Like it is by definition, it is a bootstrap business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we start with very basic furniture. The two tables that you see at the front, they came from the Gap when they closed at the Sunrise Mall, and they were selling a whole bunch of. They're selling all the fixtures. I got them for $100 each. The sofa that's by the entrance, that was donated by two dear friends.
Yeah.
Shout out to the McGinnises.
Yeah.
And the racks that originally had the books, because we didn't have the luxury of having bookshelves.
Yeah.
They were the same racks, like ugly garage Home Depot storage racks.
Yeah.
That I had in my storage unit.
Yes.
While I was still a pop-up shop. So those were the first bookshelves for Búho.
By this time, do you already have a good amount of inventory when it comes to books? Because you've been buying and selling on eBay, and you've been accumulating, I guess.
Yes. So I've been getting all these secondhand books from all these places. Mm-hmm. And in the storage unit, I think I had up to say like 7,000 books. I want to say.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So then comes the issue. Okay, I have to move all these books to the storefront.
Yeah.
And then organize them.
Yes.
Well, before I opened my doors for the first time, I had what was essentially a volunteer rally where I said, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna sort out these books by genre. If you want to help, you're more than welcome to." Mario, 25 people showed up over the span of 3 days.
Man, that is the amazing thing of social media.
Yes.
You know, we hear of all the bad stuff in social media and all the people that. Yes, I mean that's part of social media, but all the good,
right?
All the good that comes with social media too, man. Like that's a perfect example.
Yeah,
because I mean, you were starting. I'm imagining you don't have the same amount of followers when you were beginning with Búho, right?
Right.
And to have that kind of support and help from just people that you don't know,
right?
25 people. Wow.
Yes. But out of their own free will and accord, they were happy to help. And then some people even wanted to buy some of the books. I thought, whoa, hang on. I'm happy to give it to you. They go, no. We're here to support you. I go,
No, yeah, that has to be
right.
a really, really good feeling, man.
Oh, for sure. So then, as time went on, the store kept on growing in size. And then it helped that I collaborated a little bit with BCIC, the Economic Development Board in downtown Brownsville. They give rent subsidy to new businesses in downtown Brownsville.
Yes.
So we were able to qualify for that, which, oh my gosh, helped so much in the first year. Yeah. Yes.
So, man, and I know when you have an idea like this, there's nothing in the world that is gonna change you from accomplishing, right? Like you're locked in,
right?
But you still have other people that tell you, man, like I don't know how long was the lease for, but you're like, man, a couple years or it's gonna be tough, man.
It's a 3-year lease.
It's a 3-year lease. Yeah. So that's a big leap of faith.
Yeah,
right?
It's gonna be renewed.
So. But seeing all the support that you have from that event of organizing, you're like, oh man, it was reassurance for you, right? You're like, okay, I'm doing something right. I'm getting all the support. People want to buy books, and I'm not even open yet.
Right.
So it has to be a good sign.
Granted, this is the most basic form of Búho, and then all the books that could not fit on the racks, they were stacked in the perimeter around the rest of the store. There were books on the ground. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if that looks good.
That's what I remember the first time that I heard about you. Like it was you, a picture on social media, probably Channel 5 or one of those. But you still had books on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like you, a couple boxes, and I was like, man, all right, man, he's doing it. Yeah. He's doing it. We'll see. Yeah. Part of me says like, Brownsville reading books, I was probably thinking like the a lot of the majority of the people here, but it looks like after what is it, 2 years?
Yeah, well, 3.5 if you count the
3.5. I'm sorry.
If you count the pop up, then yes, the 3.5.
That you're doing real good, man. Do you remember what was the first book that you sold?
The first book that I sold
as a business, as Búho,
yes,
right?
at that first pop up market at Amigo Land, it was a Goosebumps book. It was called The Haunted School. I sold it for $2.
For $2?
Yeah, to a fellow vendor.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Even before the event started, someone came up to me like, "Oh my gosh, I saw you. Do you have any Goosebumps?" I actually do.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, it's $2 and it's yours.
Well, I mean, you were saving all the money just to buy more books, but you already had in mind that you were going to open up a place where you saving money, or you just running with the little bit that you had at the time, or what?
Yeah, just playing around with debt. I really didn't have many. I didn't have a lot of savings at that time. It was just.
Did you max out that credit card that you said you had?
No.
Okay. Because that accumulates quick. Like
it can. You're absolutely
interest,
right.
Yeah.
Right. No. It absolutely can. I never have gone more than a quarter of the amount in debt.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, like, how do you source your books? How does it work?
Very good question. Okay, so now that we transition into a storefront, I didn't want Búho to just have secondhand books. I feel like every, especially if it's going to be a new independent bookstore, it should also have new books and have the latest releases.
Exactly.
Every new bookstore, or every bookstore that sells new books, rather, should get them either from Ingram, that's the name of the distributor, Ingram, or from directly from the publishers. From the publishers, there's more paperwork involved. From Ingram, the wholesale cost is a little greater than you would directly from the publisher, but I feel like it's more efficient that way because you have all the books at once in like a single database. Okay. And from there, you could order depending on which warehouses across America that belong to Ingram have those books.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So at some point, you had to contact this company or distributor, right? Did they say like, "Hold on, kid, what's your budget?" Or did they were they helpful since the beginning? Or
no, for sure. I mean, just so long as the orders are at least 20 books, that's fine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, they're very reasonable. But if you want to make a deal directly with a publisher, then that's where you start to.
Oh,
they go. Great. Yeah, they'll say something more like, "Oh, your first purchase must be at least $2,000."
Yeah, and that's why I asked that question, because me and a friend, Julian, we were trying to sell some outdoor stuff, knives, and for survival and stuff at some point in our lives.
Oh, cool.
And when we contact some of these companies, they're like, you have to like at least get $10,000 in what is it called, in items.
Right.
So I was like, oh man, let's see in the next option, right? Because it was a little bit too much for us. So that's why I asked the question, because so that's great, man. So you can have, because you don't want to just sell secondhand books, because then you cut your market, right?
Right.
Because there's all the readers that want to read all the new stuff that is coming out.
Right.
They hear about their favorite authors and they wanna read the new books also.
Right.
So you want to include everybody, right?
Exactly. And then the issue with secondhand books, Mario, is the fact that you could get like 2-3 boxes of secondhand books that you carefully sourced. You put them on the shelves. Here come the customers. They will gravitate to those books, leaving behind books that have mainly been there for months.
Yeah.
So think about it. If I mainly resort to that, and a new customer comes in after all these secondhand books have been purchased, they go like, what is this?
Yeah.
So with new books, I have more control. The profit margin is smaller compared to secondhand, but it does look more presentable. I'm always up to date with the authors, what the customers want. And then with the secondhand books, there's that element of the treasure hunt aspect. Yes. Yeah. Like, what? I found this for $7, or oh my gosh, there's this book from the 1800s. Well, you got you got a really cool book. Showing you, from Lord Tennyson from the 1880s. I want to say. No, that was. I appreciate you purchasing that very much. It's a cool book.
It's
right here behind us.
Right there.
Yes,
it's right there, man. It's a cool book, man. I like old stuff that looks like just really well made, you know, the craftsmanship for just making the books. You know, it's different from the ones that we see nowadays, especially just the paperbacks. You know, like this is something that, man, you can tell that it was made in the 1889? Yeah. Right. So yes, I'm gonna. I like it to have it as part of my collection.
Yes.
But also I'm gonna get to read it, you know, eventually. I did read one of the first poems in that book, and very interesting. It's hard to read though. You know, like I'm not like I was telling you, I'm not a avid reader. You know, so some of these books are hard for me to read.
Right. Yeah, Lord Tennyson is not easy to read.
No. But I'm learning. You know, like I'm learning how to enjoy those type of books. So it's part of my journey, man, with books. I love it. So tell us about your community events a little bit more.
Ooh, okay.
So how did that idea came about?
Well, I always had it envisioned from the very beginning that for Búho to survive, it had to be integrated in the community. And a part of that is being that third place for our customers and visitors. I don't think we had an official Búho event until maybe in year 2 or 3, but it came much later.
Yeah.
But before that, we had local organizations reach out. They go, hey, Gilbert, can we do this event here? Can we do this event here? I go, yeah, sure. Yeah. Can you bring a crowd? Yeah. Adelante, let's go.
Adelante, let's do it. Yeah.
No, and we've seen all sorts of before we had our first event, which was Poetry Night. We've had people do their own versions of Poetry Night. We've had people do their book clubs there. We've had different like nonprofits use the space to promote their causes, activism, and so forth.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah. So it's something for everyone, I would say.
See, and that's where you have a little bit of an edge.
Yes.
With Barnes and Nobles. Or let's not single out Barnes and Nobles, but with other bookstores, right?
Our incoming neighbors, yes.
Because in order for them to have some of those type of events, they have to go through a lot of what do you call it?
Yes. Corporate hoops.
Yes.
Yes.
Authorization from this, and you have to get this permit and this. But you hey, you want to come in and have a presentation on the Mexican American Award? Sure.
Yes.
Let's do it. When Sunday? Let's do it.
Let's do it. That's right.
So it's a lot easier. That's where you have the advantage, and that's why I know you're gonna do real good. So what was the first event that you had, like more or officially?
The first Búho event?
Well, you said you had a lot of nonprofits to go and
right.
activism to be in your shop, but when Búho was actually now organizing and having guests that you had invited.
Okay, the first community event that happened at Búho. Okay. So here's what happened. I got reached out by a member of the city's LGBT task force.
Okay.
Yes, and they were doing an event for, I think it's at the end of March, for what's called Transgender Day of Visibility.
Okay.
And because of the topic, they were kind of struggling to find a place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
People don't want to get into
right. It's not necessarily something that's very understood unless you like sit down, have a conversation with someone. So I thought, can you bring a crowd? Yeah, sure. So I'm thinking, but in the back of my mind, I was kind of worried because, like, yes, this is a new business for Brownsville. Will this, because of the what I said, the not everyone has the opportunity to sit down and talk with someone like that.
Exactly.
Will it hurt more than it help Búho?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But they brought a crowd, and maybe just like one person sent like an angry inbox at me. But whatever.
There's always going to be haters.
Man. Right.
There's always going to be haters. Like, yeah, I might have my ideas when it comes to, my own beliefs. But, man, we're all humans, man.
Right.
We all help each other. Like, hey, there's people that want to be in my business and they like reading books.
Right. Yeah.
Who cares about the haters? Man?
Right. Who cares about the haters?
Who cares about the haters, man?
You're right.
Like that's one of the biggest things that I have learned through. I'm 44 now, and I'm like, man, there's always gonna be people hating on you, on your ideas, on your business.
Right.
I mean, I had gone through all that, and there's always people that are gonna complain.
Right. Yeah.
So ignore them, man.
Right. And honestly, I felt like that event was also helpful for me because I was listening and talking to people like within that community. I thought, like you said, they're human just like us. Yeah, for sure. So no, I didn't feel like it. On the contrary, after that, I got a whole bunch of support from the university students, which are just down the way.
Excellent.
Yes. And since then, we receive customers from all walks of life. Yeah. And that's the beauty of a community bookstore. It serves everyone in the community.
Yeah. I mean, you can have people that play guitar, right? I think you have. I saw some of the pictures.
Oh, yes.
People that play guitar, people that read poems, people that paint. Maybe you can have artists to have their to have a, what do they call exposition of their work? Like you can invite everybody pretty much.
Exactly. It's funny you mentioned that because recently we've revamped Poetry Night to also include art and music. We call it Noche Bohemia. Yes. And we have it every third Thursday of the month, which is today.
Are you having one tonight?
Yes. As of recording, we're having one tonight. And it is possibly the final Noche Bohemia in a little bit because I was teasing everyone on the social media post. Yeah, come to Noche Bohemia. By the way, we're gonna have a special announcement. Yeah, so the special announcement is the final phase of Búho, the coffee bar.
Okay.
Yes.
You can say it here because this one is not going to be released until what is it? Tuesday.
Yeah.
20-something.
Right.
Yeah, so.
And that's why I'm very comfortable saying
okay.
that.
So you are going to announce.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It took us 7 tries, Mario. Just pushing paperwork to the city of Brownsville. And I was trying to find, how can I how could I write it in such a way that they would agree to it? Yeah, because the first 3 times I didn't even submit it properly, so it was instant rejection.
Let's clarify. This is for the permit to have a coffee shop,
right? So not even
inside.
Construction, just the permit.
Not construction, just the permit.
Just the permit. Yeah. So then I learned how to do it correctly. So then I send it. They send it back 2 weeks later. 31 revisions. Okay, 31 revisions. Send it again. They send it back. 7 revisions.
Okay. Getting better.
Getting better. And then I try again, and they go, "Hey, I don't think you did what we asked you to." I go, "What do you mean?" And then I looked at the form, and they were referring to the previous submission packet, not the latest one.
Oh, they were seeing the same one.
Right.
Before, there must without the correction,
Right, there must have been a mistake. So I go, "Hey, if you look at this one, I'll send it again for your convenience."
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, D. I go, "Oh, yes, you're right. Here's your permit."
Excellent.
Yes, or rather, assign a contractor, pay your fees, and we'll give you your permit. And we did just that.
Wow. Well, I'm happy because that's my passion number 1, coffee.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people like me. Mm-hmm. They just like to go and have a good cup of coffee while reading a book, man. So I think it's gonna help you out a lot. Mm-hmm. You know. So el Búho coffee shop, or are you just gonna be, it's gonna be part of the same business, right? So
right.
It's not gonna have a separate name or anything.
No. But the working title for that project is Búho.
Búho. Oh, I like it. So can you give us a little bit more details about like the specifics of the coffee shop? Is it gonna be espresso, lattes, and all this, or just okay?
Yes, we are thinking of getting an espresso machine to start us off. We have a drip coffee machine, all the basic fixtures, and then just like Búho, we'll keep on investing and reinvesting until we get into something that, again, I want Búho to be the best damn bookstore in Texas.
Is there anything else other, because this is already kind of like a reality, right? You have the permit and you're working towards having this bar Búho and in the back of your bookstore. But is there any other things that you're thinking of doing and to add up to your business for the future?
Ooh, yes.
Oh, you do have some.
Yes. Okay. I've been
or you don't have to announce.
No.
it.
Yes. Okay. So phase 1 was the pop-up shop. Phase 2 was the storefront. Phase 3, bar Búho. There is a very mysterious phase 4 that I've been teasing.
Okay.
Yes, and I don't want to show my cards right away, Mario, but this new phase will be a game changer. As far as I could tell, as far as my research goes, nothing of it exists in Texas, south of Austin and Houston.
Can you tell me off the air?
No.
I tried. Sorry. I promise I'll keep it a secret. Oh man, that's good.
No, but I feel like it will really cement Búho as like the community-oriented bookstore.
They don't have it in the Houston area, and
they do. They have, as far as I could tell, 1 or 2 in Houston, and maybe they have at least 2 in Austin of this specific model of bookstore.
Man, you can't do that, man. It's like, I know something you don't know. And I was like, remember people telling you that? Yeah. Like, okay, tell me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to tell you. Oh! Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll have to wait.
Yes.
So, but this is within the next couple years, or how?
I'm thinking of announcing it on Christmas Day, because by then the Barnes and Nobles will open at the Sunrise Mall. People will have the opportunity to support it for the holidays, and I feel like on Christmas Day I'll be like, hey, how about this? So in 2026, I want to give people that option. You could support Barnes. You could also support Búho. You could support both. But here are your options.
Yeah.
And just for the record, I am not threatened by the presence of Barnes & Noble. I know that a lot of bookstores in my position across America have felt very nervous when either a Barnes & Noble or an Amazon warehouse pops up. Oh, Amazon is a separate beast of its own.
Yes.
But Barnes and Búho offer two very different inventories.
Yes. Yeah.
We offer different experiences.
Yes.
Like you said, the only community events they offer are children's story time and author events.
Yeah.
We do so much more.
Yeah. I mean, and this is just my opinion, me as an outsider, right? I don't know the insights of of the business, but maybe if I was you, I'll be worried if they were like across the street from me. But being at the mall,
right?
It almost feels like it's a separate type of bookstore, right?
Yeah.
This is like the mall, the commercial
bookstore
where there's gonna be young people hanging out, you know, there because it comes with the Starbucks, right? So you're always gonna have the people that want to go there. But yours represents a different type of bookstore,
for sure,
right? It's like when you go to a big city where there's a bar from across each other, but even though you know, and I don't drink, but the goal of people going to the bars to drink alcohol, you know, get a little, have a good time. They offer different products. Well, not products, but each one of them is individually from the other, right? You have what you offer with all this community center events. The people that go there, it's different from the ones that go to Barcelona's. I don't know if that makes sense, but no, I think you're gonna do good. And you should not be afraid of Barnes & Noble.
No. If anything, it's only going to expand the potential customer base for the type of people that would go to Búho. Maybe they could start at Barnes, and maybe they could go to Búho.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for that coffee shop.
It's going to be great.
When do you? Oh, so when do you think is going to be completed?
Ooh, I mean, ideally before they open, but I am not necessarily fixed on that date as we speak. And granted, every construction project takes a little longer than it ought to. I told the contractor if they could finish by the end of September, that'd be great.
Oh, so this is something that is happening.
I want them to do it now. But if they could do it by the end of October, that'd be great too.
Yeah. When is Barnes & Noble supposed to open?
At the end of October.
At the end of October.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think I was walking at the mall and I saw a sign that says coming soon.
Right.
Fall of 2025.
Right.
But fall can be you know any month at the end of the year. Yeah, man. I'm excited about your place. Anything else?
Anything else? About what? About Búho, our events?
Anything you want to add? Anything coming up? Like I said, this probably won't be released until Tuesday next week. But any upcoming events, or you're gonna stop a little bit because of the construction of the.
That's exactly right. But I'm just realizing that I did not talk about the most ambitious thing we did this summer. That was Chautauqua on the Rio.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So it's the second year we do it.
We talked a little bit about your community events. But.
Right. So Chautauqua is a town in New York State where for the past 150 years they've been doing basically America's first TED Talks.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's where the name comes from.
Yes. It's a town with it's a town, and it's also the lake that it borders on.
Okay.
I've always made it a bucket list item to go to Chautauqua, even if it's just for 1 week and listen to the speakers.
Yeah.
But Chautauqua being Chautauqua, it's very expensive. So I thought, I want to create something similar, but here in Brownsville. So we called it Chautauqua on the Rio. Yeah.
It's a great name.
Yeah, for sure. So we had 10 weeks, each week with a different theme. And then we asked the community to nominate speakers for that theme.
Oh.
Yeah. So our mutual friend Jane was the first speaker both last year and this year because history was the first theme.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we had.
So you go by weeks.
Yes. Yeah. So they had.
So how long is it, man? Because you had a lot of speakers.
Oh yeah, 10 weeks.
10 weeks.
And up to 3 speakers per night.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw a lot more than 10 speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So they had history, the nature and environment, art, and so forth over the span of 10 weeks.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, the response was phenomenal, standing room only. And it just shows, Mario, that people here want to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people just, and they want to, they don't just want to learn, they want to hear it from someone from the community.
Yes. Yeah. And then also when you do events, kind of like at your bookstore, it has a different feeling.
Right.
When someone goes and speaks at a stadium with 10,000 people.
Yes.
Like it doesn't have that connection that you have in a small, well, your bookstore is not small, but you know, a smaller place, you know what I mean? Like, so I think it has a lot more value. You know how those concerts nowadays are more popular when they do it at a small venue with candles and all that stuff. It has that connection with whoever is speaking, right? And it's not the same when you're like in a crowd of 10,000 and then you're trying to ask a question or communicate with the speaker. It's not the same thing. Over here, it's a little bit more personal, right? More intimate, you know. So I think you're gonna do great. So you're saying that response was really good.
Yes.
And this is the second year.
Yes. So for year 3, I've already pitched it to the Midi Cultural District because I'm privileged to sit on the board of the cultural district, to have each Friday of Chautauqua on the Rio be in a place that is similar to the theme. So for maybe for History Night, have it at Market Square. For Nature and Environment, have it at the zoo. For art, maybe have it at the former art museum, which is now owned by the Midi Cultural District for upcoming artistic installations and so forth.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't just keep it within the bookstore. We expand outside to the community.
You're not trying to keep all the people just in your business, right? This is something that you're actually doing for the city, for the community.
Right.
You don't care if it's somewhere else, right? That's great, man. You know the Martín Rodríguez Arellano?
Yes. The cronista, yeah.
Yeah, the cronista. He was telling me how they have in Matamoros this callejonadas.
Callejonadas,
yeah. Where and he talks about some of the leyendas of the past.
Yes, I was hearing that
he dresses up like you know to tell people the leyendas from Matamoros.
Yes, I was actually hearing that podcast this morning to more or less get a feel of what the conversation will be like.
Yeah. No, like, what do you think about, you know, it's very, you know, nothing is scripted, right?
No, this is great.
Me and you didn't plan anything. No. So it's just a conversation, man. I like talking to people, especially people that I find interesting.
Thank you.
I want to know, you know, how they did it, you know. So I always like asking questions, and that's all I'm doing. So, all right. So 2026. You have those plans of having say the word again for me.
Chautauqua. Yes.
Okay. Chautauqua del Rio.
So the Chautauqua on the Rio season 3.
Yeah, season 3. So looking forward. When did it start?
Chautauqua on the Rio?
Yeah.
It started in 2024.
No, but the time of the year.
Oh, okay. So
it's for the month of.
We start it whenever they start their. We go off of their starting date.
Okay.
So it's usually mid to late June.
Okay. So next one is going to be until June of next year. Can't wait. Well, Gilbert, it was a pleasure.
Likewise.
To have you here. Truly honored that you accepted my invitation to come here to my podcast. Well, we invite everybody to go to your bookstore, man.
Yeah.
Everybody that is into reading and they want to buy a book, maybe for the first time, to go to your bookstore and you have a little bit of the new stuff, a little bit of the old stuff, some antiques, some
like the one we just saw,
yeah. And so I think you're gonna do great.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Until next time.
Take care.